Guys, sorry guys, barusan guys mati lampu guys. Live-nya ulang dari awal lagi guys. Live-nya dimulai dari awal lagi guys, sorry guys. Ada-ada saja ya Allah. Batur nuju ikhtiar tanya. Gujlap. Itu naon lah. Sabar we, coba. Maaf guys, barusan mati lampu guys. Barusan ada mati lampu dulu guys, sorry guys. Astagfirullahaladzim.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Now it's Mbappe. Now he's got space here. Shapes to shoot! And he's done it!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him. Setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Kasih finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Shevchenko, no, he's not getting past him there. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Drogba. It's Rui Costa. Great ball, and he's in here. Shevchenko!
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Scholes, never out of the action for very long. Kasih benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
And he's lost his man here. No foul, says the referee. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Drogba. Rooney. Scholes. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, well played. Cleared away. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Rooney.
Kasih truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now Now it's Shevchenko. Played through for him. And he's great chance! And it's in! They have pulled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go and they head into the break all square. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Bandung really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incidents and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. That's really well cleared, but they've got it again. And here's Rui Costa. Rijkaard. Now it's Rooney, distributed tidily, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Rooney, shot could be on. Rui Costa. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that.
Scores! Scores! That's brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the comeback is complete! He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Good take, and is he in? He won't be happy with that one. Messi, looking understandably energised after his goal. Scholes. Looking for the run. Oh, what a ball! Manchester United can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And that was very necessary.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Messi. Just about within shooting range. Hakimi. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Drogba.
Bandung can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And the shot! It's fallen kindly here. And there goes their last chance. Bandung have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through.
Salatu Rabbi alaika inni.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The
Welcome,
fans
guys.
have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Tadi udah main, cuman dari tadi udah live, cuman mati lampu guys. Mati lampu tadi, makanya diulang dari awal lagi live-nya.
So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to...
And he couldn't finish.
Biasa guys, hidup di kampung mah gini guys, kadang-kadang mati lampu, kadang-kadang mati lampu.
Won't let him forget that.
Ya namanya juga hidup di perkampungan guys.
First in the game for either side, actually. He leaps for it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now they can spring out of defence.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's picked his way through, plays it in low, and the shots!
Astagfirullah.
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Camavinga out towards the flank. Just about within shooting range. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
And that looks a decent ball.
You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Can he get it? And Messi! Oh no, what has happened here? In by Messi.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, easy pickings there.
First and done are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Aliran deui ieu mah jika namanya.
Played out wide. And he cuts out the supply. Balls over the line, and it is a corner. too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's going to be disappointed with that. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Scholes.
Bandung certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Serginho, and he's made sure that's not getting through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Serginho really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And he can clear it away. That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Persib Bandung coming at half-time on the wrong end of the
Welcome, guys.
scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Scholes. Threads one in. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Persib Bandung really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter, just needs to find the right run now.
That's beautifully weighted. And he welcomes in it. Chance for a shot! That's a sharp finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Persib Bandung restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Serginho did incur the wrath of the referee and deserved himself a booking in the process. Now it's Messi. Serginho aims beyond the defence. Shot, surely! And it's in! And they're back in front! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And they're back on the ball again. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Just about up to 75 minutes. Xavi Alonso. And it's Rooney. It's a good foot in there.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Messi tries to pass it through. Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's not an especially good pass, that. Shakes the shoot! And that's a tiny finish! What remarkable powers of recovery!
chances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Kasih and Dung drag themselves back again.
At this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
4 added minutes has been indicated. And this is Drogba.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Alexander-Arnold. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Rooney.
Mendingan
And
gitu tak
that is
imbang
it.
lah.
The referee has seen enough. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on it.
Alaika. Wah, dari asar الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا سدادا وجعلنا سراجا
Best in the business when it comes to playing out from defence. He can spark quick counter-attacks or put his foot on the ball and retain it when a breather is needed. He's a very solid defender too. And opposition forwards, they're not going to get much change out of this guy.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. He is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed.
And the finish! Oh, he's been caught, and it's come back out to him. Goal! Arsenal! say that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Laporte with the clearance. And now they can string out a defence. Boys bustling through here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Yamal. Arsenal have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's a testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game, too.
Verdi. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Rooney. Vicious ball here. And he was quick to react.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Half-time getting close now. Scholes, never out of the action for very long. Now it's Shevchenko. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Silvestre. Scholes. Well, see, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Xabi Alonso. Defending of the desperate variety.
Hello.
Brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Kasih currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we are back underway. Yamal!
Yamal.
The keeper has reacted superbly there.
Lamine
Kita.
Yamal really
Oh, he's been caught on it
Kemana?
here. Real chance!
Untung.
Oh, what has happened here? And he's gone backward here. Play back. And here's Diaz. Chance for a shot! And he's following up.
Ah.
And he's in on Diaz! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
The message is clear, none shall pass. And here's Diaz. And this is Shevchenko. Your impression so far, Jim?
Persib and Dunk are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Here's Velmo. Can he finish? And again! Nuno Mendes.
Astagfirullah.
Diaz. And it's ended up in no man's land. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Xabi Alonso. And this is Drogba. Oh, it just skips past his man. It's Drogba! It's a goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it.
Shot, surely! And how did he not put that away?
Oh, look, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Substitution. So a bit of a revolving door here. lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Neatly clipped into space. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Khan clears. João Neves. And here's Bruno Fernandes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Shevchenko. And now the breakaway. And this is Rooney. Nuno Mendes. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's shifting through the gears here. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that signals the end. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital.
And he's decided to go for it. And that is doing no harm at all.
Munich certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Luis Castilla. Now, can they get him away? Is that offside? Yes, it is. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Kasih so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Drogba. He's a sharp little ball here. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Xabi Alonso. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a defender, let alone any player, make such a meteoric rise in the manner depicted, Peter. Just absolutely phenomenal. A player way ahead of his years, and his composure and confidence is like that of a seasoned veteran.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Good read, needed to be. Xavi Alonso, and he was quick to react.
Munich always have been a side that are known
Yo,
for pressing,
Gusti.
a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing it.
Xavi Villa! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Villa is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
That's a cute ball. That is a great pick out. Silvesh is always looking to play quality balls. Now it's Villa. Oh, well measured. And he's had a chance!
Patah.
There is your opener.
Oi,
One
net.
sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And it's Xavi Alonso. It's Drogba! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Drogba actually didn't do an
Brilliant
awful
save.
lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for the run. Space for him to turn and look. He's got away. That's it, 45 minutes
Aduh,
on.
ini mata kuat guys, angkat saya guys.
It's simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Kasih Bandung finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very
Sorry guys, yang
savable.
kau
Keep
guys.
things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Oh. La ilaha illallah.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Jim, who do you... And that is Suka! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. Rijkaard. Scholes, looking to pass their way up the pitch. David Villa. Batistuta, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And the shot! Oh, this time surely! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now he's got space here. Khan claims comfort. De Ligt spots it and intercepts. Nicely weighted ball, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That is good alertness. Kasih Bandung still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. He's going to be disappointed with that. Scholes is sporting a guilty look after that. That is Stuta! That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Saliba can get it clear. Kasih Bandung are looking to go forward now. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Xavi Alonso stood his ground strongly. Alonso hangs it across. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Stood up well to him there. Rijkaard tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Can he get it through? It's roll! That is decidedly lacking.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
We've got 5 minutes till half time. And it's Henderson. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Rooney. Some intricate passing, looking to progress. Hazard.
Pahibut yang ngeprem anjir.
And it's half time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And we are back underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Well, we expected better, and so did he.
A beautifully policed up midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Khan claims it without any fuss.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. That is Stuta!
Welcome guys.
Certainly not the easiest of chances, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's getting a few
Welcome,
rounds
guys.
from around the touchline, but he's angry with himself, really angry.
Ball's gone astray. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And Batistuta! Batistuta! Glorious!
Buat.
Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. How they've waited. Now they have it. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
The first breakthrough.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Halo, Robi.
That is ended up in no man's land. Nice looking ball. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Could be danger here. Oh, he goes for a shot! And no mistake. A 2-goal lead and they're control. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Bendel are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh no, Messi! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
I could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as there are a couple of goals up.
No way through there. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Drogba. And this is Rooney. Drogba. Played into space. That's been intercepted. Rijkaard. Alonso. And here's Drogba. Shot could be on. Koundé.
There will be 3 minutes and
Right, Batistuta. He's in a great position here. Sports official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Delict. And there goes the final whistle. Kasih Bandung were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simple. Kasih Bandung desperately need a performance here. Fail in their mission and they are going down. They'll throw the kitchen sink at it, no doubt, but will it be enough? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Kasih Bandung with just one principal objective. 90 minutes of action against opponents who will not give way. It's come to nothing. It's Shevchenko! They score!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt. Here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, that was sharp. Deliciously sharp.
That's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
And here's Yamal, and he's being shifted off it. Vision, and this is Drogba. Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Shevchenko. Now the cross. He's rising! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have...
Decent chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's intervened well there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, a glitch with rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Threads one in.
Davi Alonso.
Now it's Drogba. Now it's Shevchenko. And he's quick to return it. He's on the way to try the shot! It's bounced back off the post. That's really well cleared. And this is Drogba. Well, they can break here. It's played through for him. And he's found the way past. Well, good play by the keeper. He certainly earned his keep there. It's Rooney! And he's done very well to deal with it.
It's a ball attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Persib Bandung are relentlessly steamrollering their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. So straight into the second half.
Wey,
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's the booking, always looked it.
main pates.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Silvestre. He has found the way through. Now here's the delivery.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Jordi Alba. It's gone out for a throw-in. Bergkamp. Looking for options for movement. As There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Winning running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shevchenko! And that's a good finish. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. It was thrashing, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Rijkaard. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nicely weighted ball. Floated through. That's a simple one for the keeper. Yamal. And he's in on goal. Oh, important interception. Scholes looking for the chance to skim one in from range. And this is Shevchenko. That's been cut out, well played. And this is Shevchenko. And this is Drogba. Rodri. Royce. And again they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Drogba. Xabi Alonso. And this is Shevchenko. Bergkamp. Tries to play it through. And Shevchenko! No, that's just wide.
Ya Allah.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Royce, Bergkamp. That's the keeper's ball. And he was quick to react. That pass has been well intercepted. Scholes. Ambitious ball here. Now the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Ding.
Scholes. He's got away. And this is Rooney.
Iya.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Time added on will be 2. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Jangan tujung,
He's
kasih
picked his way
kunjung.
through. Surely he can't miss and a
Oh.
shot.
Kasih
And with that,
Wah.
yeah. Kasih Bandung pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right. Well, the permutations are as simple as they are exciting. One remaining shot and they must hit the bullseye. There's nothing quite like the last day drama. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Kasih Bandung need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial would be to understate massively. And he's managed to get free. Spread out to the left. Across it goes. And that's gone loose. That's a sharp pass. Van Bommel. That's going wide left. Extra and a header! Big moment! Massive goal!
Harap teuing di momennya, lain yang ngeprem, ngir.
For precisely the reason we just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Pete.
Shevchenko! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Ronaldo. Not the most convincing of passes. This is a promising build-up. And this is Drogba. Scholes. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here. The cross.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's a sharp little ball here. Scholes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Shevchenko. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Just half an hour in now.
Allah,
Always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind.
Right, Shevchenko. That has been cut short. And it's Serginho. Shevchenko. Rooney, an individual who's prepared to shoot anytime, any place. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rooney. He is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
De Bruyne. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Drogba. Now, can they get him away? He's found a way through. Big chance, corner. This is their second corner of the game. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Can he find the finish? That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Kasih Bandung currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. We're already back up and running after half-time.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Picks up, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! That was probably asking just too much. It's a pretty loose pass. Has a look and plays it forward. Persib Bandung still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. And this is Ronaldo. Rijkaard wins control this time.
Astagfirullah.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Cristiano Ronaldo! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Zanetti, a picture of focus and alertness. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Woo.
And here's Shevchenko.
That's alert and sharp, and very well played.
And this is Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Serginho. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Xavi Alonso. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Zanetti, there's the header! He will be livid with himself. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, it has been a very watchable, sometimes rather desperate contest. Understandable, one supposes, when considering what's at stake
Oh,
here.
Peter, as you said, this is huge. Could do with more intensity and purpose, though, if they're looking to...
He's having a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Substitutions taking place.
Para can make their change now with a break in play. And that's another good win of the ball. Van Bommel. And it's Shevchenko. Alonso. And here's Scholes. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Otto is always looking to play quality balls. And that will be it. And so the lowest point, relegation, the ultimate disappointment.
Immediately.
Your final thoughts?
Guys,